Okay, so the fact that they were playing Kill Bill's whistle portion, I can't think of the name right now. The do 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 do. Me trying to whistle. Okay, yeah. That is the scene where the nurse from Kill Bill, obviously we know her. She has the fucking badass, rad-ass eye patch on. And she goes in with the hospital, not a hospital, but a nurse's uniform. And she goes to basically finish off Uma. But we are not talking about Kill Bill, no. We are talking about American Horror Stories. Very, very new, as of Thursday, July 15th, 2020. I said 2020. 10:22 a.m. And I just so happened to be on Netflix. And it just popped up. And I was like, oh, fucking right. I'm in love with damn near every season of American Horror Story. Seeing each and every one except the very, very last one, which I believe is Camp something. I haven't planned on watching that, and I probably won't be watching that anytime soon. Obviously. Why, obviously? I don't know. It doesn't seem of interest to me at the current moment. So, but, oh my gosh. American Horror Stories, Season 1, Episode 1, Rubber Woman, Part 1. This is like a 48-minute long episode. And from what it seems like it's doing, it's basically giving a little background. Or not even background, but giving more light, shedding more light on the eerie things that were in each of the seasons. I believe that's what they're doing. So in the very first installment, they are talking about the Rubber Man, which we all got to experience in Season 1. Which I believe that season is called Horror House or something like that, where there was a dude entity or whatever the fuck it was in a black rubber outfit, and he was raping and killing and doing a bunch of creepy shit in the horror house. So really quick, gay men it's pretty much the same premise as, I guess, the first season of American Horror Story was. But this time around, the gay couple, the two men, they have a daughter that is, 16 years old. They have just bought this big-ass house for just the three of them, which is very odd, but whatever. You got the money, go ahead and fucking do it. Why not? So, they got this 16-year-old daughter. She's kind of like, hipsterish. She's got this cool-ass haircut, and her hair color is like a pretty ginger. She wears cool-ass accessories. And it's like, you look at her and you would be like, there's no fucking way she's getting teased. Like, in 2021, you look at her and she's probably one of the fucking cool hippie art students or something like that. But, of course, you know how things go when you are sent to a new school and you have, zero friends, really. And you are the oddball out. But by appearances, she definitely does not look like she is misplaced with how the rest of the students look. Everybody else looks, pretty cool. They look, like a bunch of fucking teenage hipsters, just cool ass kids. She didn't look any different than the students that she was around in school. She has one friend, one Asian chick. You know, she was a cool looking chick as well. She had her little bucket hat on and basically telling her friend at the lunch table, you know, stop trying to get along with the cool kids. Stop trying to be accepted, because obviously there's a group of cool girls, and that's, you know, the typical story behind that. 4 girls, and what I've noticed, they gave us a variety. So we have the lead bitch in charge, and that is the Caucasian. And then we have a black chick, you know, with big curly hair. Then we have the Latino chick with a nice slicked back, long ponytail. And then, of course, we have your Asian chick. And not the Asian chick that is this new young lady's friend. This Asian chick is a part of the bitch crew. And nice long black straight hair. So what I'm getting a sense of is this 16-year-old chick, and for some reason I can't remember her name. I am definitely going to rewatch the episode just so I can get, you know, to see more things that I missed when I first watched it. So, I wish I knew her name, but at this point in time, I don't know her name. So we're just gonna call her, you know what? I'm gonna have to look up her name. So boom, her name is Scarlett. I don't know why I forgot that, and I was like, oh, her name's Scarlett. That's funny, because I was looking up different types of names, and Scarlett was one of the names that I seen. So yeah, her name is Scarlett. This 16-year-old is kinky, and her 2 gay fathers find out that their daughter has been looking at really extreme BDSM porn. And they caught her before, and they told her, you know, stop looking at this shit. You're 16 or whatever age she was when she was first caught. You're too young to be looking at this. And obviously she agreed, yeah, you know what? I won't be looking at it. So come to find out, the parents, they have hired someone to basically crack the code so they can see if their daughter is still looking at this extreme as sadomasochism type of porn, and she is. So there's a discussion about that. Did I not mention? No, I don't believe I did. That she finds the black latex suit in a closet. This is in the first couple minutes of them entering into their very new home. So she finds this latex suit. She instantly is intrigued. And this is all before we know that she's into the extreme porn. When she puts this suit on. She puts it on. And she actually looks pretty badass. And I like the suit. It looks nice on her. She puts it on, and then she looks in the mirror. She puts the headpiece on, and she looks in the mirror. And then she instantly sees a different entity, basically, in the mirror. So she gets freaked out. As soon as she gets freaked out, she takes the shit off and she throws it in the garbage. And she goes back in the house, and, you know, it's a wrap. So I don't want to make this video too freaking long, because I definitely don't want to spoil anything about this this episode. But I was very, very excited to see American Horror Story actually kind of turn and twist in a different way, because we're known for them to have one specific theme for the whole entire season. But with this, it seems like they're breaking it down bits and pieces, and every episode is going to be triggered and triggering a specific type of topic. And this one was kind of wild to me, and I absolutely fucking liked it, because I was kind of doing some exploring and things on my own about BDSM. Like, literally, a few hours before I even realized this was a whole thing right here with American Horror Stories, season 1 episode of Rubber Woman Part 1. So we're going to skip on down a little bit. She gets a therapist, and for those of us who watch King of Queens, we see Deacon's wife. Why can't I fucking remember Deacon's wife's name? Pause. And we're back. So Deacon Palmer, his wife was Kelly Palmer. So if we remember from King of Queens, Kelly was the beautiful Black American woman of Deacon, which is Doug's best fucking friend. So Kelly plays the role of the therapist. So she comes into the family home. They kind of chop it up, blah, 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 blah. And that's not necessarily too much of importance, really, in this. I don't want to kind of give away what goes on, but it seems that the therapist will be around for the long term, even if she is not alive. Okay, so on down the line, somehow, some way, Scarlett gets invited to a slumber party at 16 years old to the bitch crew. You know, I don't know how Scarlett and the lead bitch, which I'm not even gonna look up her name because I don't feel like it's really important, but I'm just gonna say the lead bitch for the popular clique. She got an invite to go to a slumber party, and so Scarlett's friend was telling her, no, she's really fucking with you, she's playing with you, do not go, it's a setup. The only reason you're really thinking you're gonna, your only reason you think this is a real invitation for a real friendship is because you low-key like her. You low-key have a crush on her. And couple scenes ahead, well, maybe no, a couple scenes back, Scarlett was masturbating to a fantasy of this lead bitch, head of the popular crowd, lady, teen, queen, miss, blonde-headed chick. She had a fantasy about her. And so, move on back down the line, up to where Scarlett's friend is telling her, the only reason you thinking this is a real thing is because you're crushing on her. And that's about it. And you want it to be real. So she's trying to tell her, no, it's a no-go. So whatever. So Scarlett plans on going to the sleepover anyway. And I'm going to skip a few pieces because, again, I don't want to spoil everything. I want you guys to, watch it for yourself because it's really, really fucking good. Scarlett gets grounded because, she kind of sliced her dad up, putting on the latex suit, which somehow manages to get back into her room. And when she puts it on again, she has black fucking eyes now, which means, yeah, she's possessed. So she kind of slices her dad up, and now she's being put on punishment. So obviously it wasn't that bad of a slice because it was made to be seen as an accident. Yeah. And so she gets grounded. So dads, I guess they took an edible, went to go watch a movie. Obviously they're passed out. Scarlett grabs the keys and she hops in the truck and she's going to the slumber party. Please forgive the noise in the background. They are working on the roof, goddamn, at 10 in the morning. Whatever. So Scarlett goes to the slumber party and the girls are talking about sexuality and they're asking her about, well, are you a lesbian? And what does it take to be a lesbian? Or what does it mean to be a lesbian? Does it mean you specifically eat pussy and blah, blah, blah? Just like kind of kiddie questions. These girls really seem like they're more of middle school age than of high school age. But Scarlett is very mature. You can tell she's a little bit more mature than these girls that are judging her. So, I don't want to give away the main thing of this whole episode, but do be, keep in mind that there's some shit that goes down. And the fact that they're giving such a young girl her guide in sexuality, it kind of enlightens me, because it's like there's a lot of young people out here that like a lot of different things as far as sexuality goes, based on the things that happened to them as children. Did I mention that Scarlett was kidnapped when she was a baby at the grocery store? And who only knows what happened to her that time when she was away. So they're really focusing on sexuality and the youth, which is very interesting. And I'm very glad they're kind of going in this direction to give us more, to let us kind of see into the Gen Zs and their version of sexuality, and how they can take it too far. And indeed, Scarlett's obsession with certain things have been taken to another place, more so specifically, possibly because of the possession. So there's my brief review on Season 1, Episode 1's Rubber Woman, Part 1 of American Horror Stories. Very new, very interesting. I would suggest it like now.